Sellers, you need to hear this. We're back in a multiple offer market, and you need to make sure you're working with a real estate professional that knows how to properly handle multiple offers. What I mean by that is there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to, number one, making sure you get multiple offers, and number two, how do you manage those multiple offers? So number one, I always encourage my clients to run a coming soon ad for their property for 5 to 7 business days prior to coming to the market. So during the coming soon period, we cannot show the property, but we can advertise the property. What it does is it allows buyers and buyers agents to schedule showings for the first day or first weekend it's on the market. So I always encourage my sellers to come on the market on a Thursday or a Friday after the coming soon period. And my goal is to try to get you multiple offers by kind of loading that pipe over the first weekend and hoping that the pipe bursts and we get multiple offers Sunday or Monday. What I mean by that is during the coming soon period, they're going to schedule their showings for that Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We hope we get 5, 10, maybe 15 showings scheduled over that first weekend on the market. And as a result, we hope to get multiple offers. Now, we may get a buyer that comes to us day one on the market and they say, we want this property. We'll do whatever it takes to get this property. Here's our offer. What else do we need to do? Well, in some cases, you may have an opportunity there to negotiate directly with one buyer based on the unknown of what's going to happen that weekend and get most of the terms that you're looking for. If that doesn't happen and you are going to get multiple offers, we typically create what's called a highest and best deadline. So let's just say we come on the market on a Friday. We tell agents we're going to look at all offers at noon on Monday. So what's going to happen is your agent's going to get a number of calls from agents saying, number one, are you offering compensation on this property? Your agent should always answer, any offers of compensation should be included in the terms of the purchase agreement. Number two, agents are going to ask, how many offers do you get? Don't ever disclose how many offers you have on your property. If you have 2 offers, that's multiple offers. If you have 10 offers, that's multiple offers. The answer should always be, we have multiple offers. Now, if you have 1 offer, obviously we can't say we have multiple offers. We're not going to lie to a consumer. But if you have 2 offers or 10 offers, it doesn't matter. And the reason it doesn't matter is if I have a buyer and a buyer doesn't want to get into a situation where there's 25 offers, you might miss out on a really good opportunity to work with my buyer because that agent's told us that we have 25 offers on the property. If you only have 2 offers on the property, one of those 2 offers may not make a very strong offer or as strong as an offer if there's 10 offers on the property. So let them put their best foot forward. And when they put their best foot forward, don't ever, as a seller, in my professional opinion, allow what's called an escalation clause. So what an escalation clause is, it says that my buyer will beat any offer that comes in. They'll match it and give an extra $1,000. So let's just say the highest offer comes in at $550. I now have bid $551 based on my escalation clause. So I'll go up to $550,000 plus $1,000 over the highest price. What you've done is you've created a ceiling for that buyer. Let that buyer put their best foot forward. Maybe they'll pay $555 for that property. Maybe they'll pay $565 for that property. But by only saying they're going to pay $1,000 over the highest offer, they've got a little bit of control. So I always say no escalation clauses and don't ever allow love letters. And what I mean by love letters, these letters that have a picture of the family and how much they love your property and they try to get emotionally involved in the transaction. We care about one thing. We care about how much money they're willing to pay and where they're going to get the money and are they qualified to get the money. So are they cash? Are they financing? What lender are they working with? We really care about the finances of the property. That's really the only thing that we should be focused on as sellers. Also, as a seller's agent, when we get asked, well, what types of terms does that seller prefer? What's the preferred closing date? I don't think it's in your best interest as a seller to start sharing those things because now you're showing your cards and you're saying, these are some of the things that we want. Why don't you let them put forth what they're willing to give before you say what you're willing to? In a multiple offer situation, as a seller, you shouldn't talk about what you're willing to give. Allow those offers to come forward, pick one that's the strongest, and you can always counter that offer and change those dates. I had a situation where we went into multiple offers and yes, my seller had a preferred closing date, but they got that preferred closing date plus a delayed possession. So they get to stay in the longer past that, or stay in the home longer and past that closing date at no cost to them. So I think that's a huge mistake on the buyer's part, but that seller put money in the bank, didn't have to move a piece of furniture or do anything until 30 days after they had the money in the bank. Now, here's why I think a delayed possession is a very bad thing when it comes to a buyer. Buyer, you're giving that seller all of your money and you're allowing them to stay in the home, and it's no longer their home. So there's a lot of liability, a lot of risk, a lot of things that can happen to that home over those 30 days that could cost you money. And whether that's damages, whether that's theft, whatever that might be, there's a lot of things that can happen. So I think it's a huge mistake for a buyer to give a seller occupancy past closing at no additional charge. Rentbacks are a different story, and rentbacks are certainly a viable option when it comes to delayed possessions. So right now, sellers, if you're looking to get into multiple offers, there's a strategic way to do it, and there's a strategic way to get you your highest and best price, your highest and best terms for your home. It's not just put a sign in the yard, say we're looking at offers on Monday, and just open up an envelope and look at who's got the highest, who's got the best, and go on from there. There's a little bit of an art to it and a little bit of a strategy when it comes to making sure that we get you everything you're looking for in an offer. And that's when working with a good, experienced agent that has the ability to negotiate on your behalf is very, very important.